Hello. Why disagree with the strike? Because it's fucking useless. It literally has absolutely no material impact in the world. There are probably less than 10,000 people. That's even generous. There are maybe 2,000 people who are aware of the strike in total. Maybe a little bit more than that. And in the time that we will be striking, 100 times that many people will be picked up in like India or something. I don't like boycotts. Boycotts only work if you believe there's any chance whatsoever of your refraining from using a product will actually affect the service. And there's absolutely no chance of that happening here. This feels like kind of virtue signaling to me. Oh, getting our lag jump out of the way early there, huh? So listen, I just want to point this out. I do want to talk about the subjects which the strikers are currently concerned with. I'm not opposed to doing that in the slightest. But keep in mind, like, let's talk about what a strike actually is. A strike is when you, as a union, or even without a union, I suppose, you get everyone who works at a place to stop working while leveraging demands of the management. And if they fulfill them, you go back to work. Right? Simple. The problem is the number of people who are participating in this walkout and the duration for which they are participating in this walkout is more akin to one of Amazon's little helper robots being turned off secretly by a nefarious and anonymous worker, and he informs the management that he will turn that one bot amongst tens of thousands on again if their demands are met. It's so unbelievably distant from the size of the walkout that would be needed. There is simply no way to change YouTube's behavior in this way. There have been people like fucking PewDiePie and Markiplier have failed to change YouTube's behavior, and they're a bajillion times the size of every single leftist content creator put together. Damn, we actually missed 2 Estus Flask shards. Thank you, Winston. Thank you. Alright, folks. We're getting really close to finishing the base game. We better fucking get a move on. Did I really not take the bonfire? Alright, well, Grand Archives it is. They even have a time set. It's only 3 days. It's so dumb. I don't even necessarily agree with the premise of the, walkout. The premise of the walkout is that there are people who are upset because YouTube recently added to its TOS that it reserves the right to delete channels that it finds to be like non-profitable. But that clause has been in the UK YouTube TOS for 5 years now and hasn't led to the arbitrary deletion of any left-leaning YouTube channels, to my knowledge. What's more, it seems far more likely to me that rather than stir up a fuss and invite international controversy by deliberately and overtly targeting left-leaning content, it seems more likely to me that they'll just go after spammer channels or channels that upload 10-hour videos that get no views. Just people who are using the website like a content hole. But you could have your cake and eat it too by streaming on DLive. Yeah, I thought about it, but then I remembered that I didn't want to stream on DLive. That's pretty much the gist of it. I think that this walkout is worse than useless. I think it makes us look like delusional. Pig, don't guilt me. I'm already depressed. How dare you? Also, hello, Pig Puncher. Yeah, DLive is cancer. Okay, speaking of cancer. Oh, right, I should clarify. So, hello everyone. Delighted to have you here with me. Unfortunately, still quite depressed. If I come off as slow or disinterested or not as vocal as I typically am, it is a product of the fact that I'm going through a depressive episode and does not in any way, shape, or form bear negatively on you or my actual feelings towards this stream. Just gotta keep everyone reminded there. Alright, this place is worthless. Where are they? Where are they? What was that other location on the bonfire? I'm not sure what you were referring to, Winston. Yeah, speaking of cancer. Come on down. Are they not there? What? There we go. Hey, come here, buddy. Winston, it might be DLC. Ah, shit. It's basically impossible to fight more than one of these at a time. There are 3 of them that dropped around the tower. FF Acid Trip, I promise you, there is literally no chance whatsoever of a boycott affecting anything that you just described. YouTube is beyond large. Like, we are insignificant insects to them. It's just the medium in which we exist. It's not a government. There's no voting process to be done here. It's just something we're going to have to live with. The only thing we can really do is try to affect leftist policy to get our government to put sanctions on or restrict the behavior of YouTube, which is one of the things that they did recently with Copa. And you can make an argument... Ah, shit. Oh, really? Please? Damn it! Jake Bees, the 150, thank you! Thank you very much. I'll check that in just a second. It's already too damn warm in here. Ah. Even if every single leftist YouTuber did the walkout, it would still achieve nothing. Jake Bees, the 150, don't feel the need to justify yourself, comrade. Just take care of yourself. I'm glad these video game streams relax you. Me too. Personally, I like them a lot because sometimes I have trouble dealing with all the negativity of the politics streams. Yeah, me too right now, actually. Yeah, definitely. What armor are you using? It's mostly the Black Knight armor. Thank you, comrade. How much of YouTube would need to walk out for it to have an effect? More than it is possible to organize human beings collectively. Maybe describe the sort of collective action that would actually make YouTube to change its behavior? There wouldn't be. It wouldn't happen. I think a lot of you guys misunderstand the size and the scope of YouTube. It's literally not possible for any collective organization to change the behavior of YouTube. It's not possible. Thank you, Pro Playing Games. I like them too. Wait, I'm thirsty. Hold on. Oh, if there was a strike of Google workers, then that might do something. But that's not the group we're targeting here. We're talking about content creators. Yeah, Pig Puncher. Like, okay, like, for real, guys. In order for there to be any kind of effective walkout that would change the behavior of YouTube, I estimate we would need to get, like, whatever the collective size of the online leftist YouTube community is, we would be looking at something about maybe 500 to 1,000 times that size. Balthazar with $2, can we try collective disorganization? I think that's political violence. I think that's what that means. Ooh. I'll put it this way. A walkout large enough to change YouTube's behavior and corporate policy would be larger than any walkout or, Ooh. Another one! Dude! Calm down! Would be larger than any walkout or boycott ever seen in history by a magnitude of like 10 to 100 times. Possibly even larger than that. This is literally an impossibility. It kind of seems like this walkout thing is just a way of expressing solidarity, but I would much rather express solidarity by making videos to point out the problem, to change people's minds, rather than just sort of sit smugly with the people who I already know agree with what I have to say. You know? Nope. If the top 1,000 YouTubers pulled all their content, 10,000, 100,000, God, like, yeah, but, like, that would include, like, PewDiePie, that would include, like, T-Series. You would talk about... And the thing is, in terms of pragmatism, the odds are incredibly low of actually changing anything, because the channels that you would want to walk out are the ones that would never be affected by this. Excuse me. That's true, Enderby. Bren Flakes with the $5, currently writing a final paper. Here's some cash for getting me through this bullshit. This procrastinating English major appreciates you, comrade, and I hope you feel better. Hey, thank you, comrade. Hey, and I appreciate you. Obviously, you're, you know, not talking to me as much as I'm talking to you, but, happy to have you around anyway. For real. Whew. Caleb Roma with the $5. Thank you. Favorite alcoholic beverage? I'm fond of decent bourbon clean over classy large ice cubes or occasionally a fruity IPA. But beer is typically too carby. Burp. I'm alcohol intolerant, comrade. I actually cannot drink alcohol. But back when I could drink, because it wasn't always like this, I drank vodka. There we go. There we go. Get that Titanite slab. Get it in. How fucked up is it that in the economic system in which we live, the process of automation threatens people's jobs? Balthazar with the $2. It's the vinyl countdown, do-do-do-do, and then a bunch of fucking music emojis somehow. I don't know what a vinyl countdown is. It sounds like some boomer shit, personally. But I hope it's fucking sick. I hope it's really radical, my dude. Oh, I forgot about this little area. But yeah, is it not fucked up that in our economic system, it actually threatens people's livelihoods that our system becomes more efficient? In any sane system, an increase in automation would mean, hey, more efficiency, that means our economy is running more efficiently, that means there's more money to go around, that means people can work more, not less, or work fewer hours. Yeah, exactly, NRB. Like, those channels are not capable of going on strike. It would never happen, not in a million years. Ooh! Balthazar with the $2, it's a parody of the Final Countdown. Okay, that song I do know. It's the final countdown. See, look, I know. I'm familiar. Hey, remember these little goopy guys from the Cathedral of the Deep? Look, what's one doing over here, huh? Lore mysteries. Or it would be a mystery if I didn't know. I'm being dishonest there. I actually don't know. I've seen you identify as both a Marxist and an anarchist. What are the relationships between them in your worldview? And do you believe both those political theories can lead to socialism? Yeah, okay, so Marxism and anarchism are both political philosophies. They are not in and of themselves political systems. A Marxist government is not a government that has invoked Marxism. A Marxist government is a government which has which uses Marxism as a philosophy to guide them towards certain political decisions. Likewise with anarchy or anarchism. There's no such thing, really, strictly speaking, as the anarchist government. What does exist, however, and here I'm going to go back as we finish this area, what does exist, however, is a government which adheres to anarchist principles. So anarchy is all about minimizing unjust hierarchy, and Marxism is a broader framework of analysis that looks at the relationship between people of different class dynamics, classes being defined by how one relates to the means of production. I consider myself a Marxist because I believe that class dialectics are an incredibly important framework by which we analyze the world. I consider myself a Marxist because I believe that the antagonism between the ruling and the working class will eventually lead towards revolutionary activity in which the proletariat must come out on top. But I am an anarchist because I believe above all that unjust hierarchy must be destroyed, and it is for that reason that I am in favor of Marxist analysis. So that's how I reconcile those two things. To subscribe to certain principles of philosophy does not necessarily mean you do so to the exclusion of all else. That's the gist. Alright, the twin princes await. Hierarchy is cringe. That is true. When am I doing a Bloodborne playthrough? You know, initially I was planning on it, but now people have talked about it so much I think I might not do it just to spite you. Do you think the average person is weirdly susceptible to sadistic thinking or behaviors? Yeah, I think that's just kind of a natural part of being a human, unfortunately. I have not read SBR. I don't know what that is, in fact. Oh, thank you, Caius. Lucky Axolotl with the $5. Me and my friend are both going through a depressive state right now, too. Wish us luck, comrade. Hope you get out of yours soon. People out. Aw. Hey, listen. We're all in this together, comrade. I hope that you and I, and your friend are soon able to rise up from the muck of depressive thoughts. I'll donate if you do a playthrough. Well, something tells me a lot of folks will donate to me if I do a Bloodborne playthrough. It's probably something on the docket. I mean, I'm not opposed to it conceptually, just, I kind of wanted to run through all the Dark Souls games first, personally. Hey, hey, hey. Hey! Mister. Now we gotta roll. If Nazis were to plan a rally, would we let them? I don't know if we get a say in that. I don't know if we get a say in the city council, Dude, I'm getting fucked up! Fuck off. Oh, yeah. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Look at that. Such efficiency. Don't get fucking Estus. Is there a cause to the current depressive state? It's probably related to seasonal affective disorder, or, you know, seasonal depression, more colloquially known. But no, there's no specific cause. I know I missed a dono. Balthazar with a very generous $10. Thank you so much, comrade. Do you think not revolting against the DNC with pitchforks, torches, and guillotines when they invariably screw Bernie out of the nomination again would be signs we're not ready for a proletarian revolution? I don't think we're ready for a proletarian revolution anytime in the next century, comrade. I think there's way too much damage done to the class consciousness of this country. I don't think we're anywhere near having a proletarian revolution. We could conceivably be within a few decades of a fascist revolution, but that's not the one I want. Oh, I know, Winston, but gotta kill them all at least once, right? Plus there's a shortcut up here. Pig, I can't pause the damn game. I want to play Breath of the Wild 2. Oh boy. That wasn't the right timing. There was a right timing, and it wasn't that. Is that something I should worry about? I don't know what you're referring to, but the answer is probably yes. No, 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 no. Don't jump down. The fascist revolution? Yeah, of course you should be worrying about that. Hey, fun news. I'll probably talk about this in a politics stream, but Trump is planning on passing an executive order to declare Judaism a nationality, so the Department of Education can defund educational institutions that allow students to boycott Israel. Judaism as a nationality. We can masticate on that for a hot minute if you'd like. Really chew that one over. That's not a joke. Reminds me of that old law. What was it called? The German Act to Preserve Unity of Aryan Strength, or something along those lines. Red Eye Sam with the $5. Thank you. Fun bug fact. Fidel made whoopee with Marita Lorenz, a CIA agent who was tasked with killing Castro. Yeah, he fucked... It was anal, too. It was bareback anal. Fucking crazy. Back then? Nobody did anal back then. Castro made anal. Have I read any JoJo manga or just watched the anime? I've read parts 3, 4, 5, 6, and the first half of 7. Oh, whoops, sorry, comrade. And Balthazar, the $5. Crowder's recreation was inauthentic. He didn't even give himself a decent try at hanging himself on discount IKEA. 0 out of 10. I agree, the world would have been a better place if he'd put a little more vigor into it.
Very well. Farewell, Ashen.
No! Sorry, Winky Poo.
Very well. Then touch the dark egg, nourish me.
What's my opinion on Steel Ball Run? So far, I'm not particularly into it. Maybe it gets better as time goes on. I know people have been, like, jerking it off like crazy for as long as I've known about JoJo. But, it's just, it hasn't really gripped me, you know? Not yet, at least. Maybe it will soon. Cringe, yeah, I know. I'm a dry jacker, not a wet jacker. Dry jacking forever. Disgusting. Anyway, yeah, isn't that pretty fucking crazy? So, in an attempt to stifle free speech protests against the state of Israel, the president is attempting to redefine a religion as a nationality, which would then allow the Department of Education to withhold money to any universities that are permitting its students to boycott Israel. That's some wild shit right there. That's some open fascism right there. Calibashaw with the $5. Thank you. Hey Vaush, I have a problem. The company I work at is getting rid of our 30-minute paid lunches, citing abuse by a few employees and cost. Any ideas how I can get them to not? Calibashaw, if they're getting rid of your fucking lunch break, and they're not replacing it with something else, then you could bring that to your state's labor board. If they're not replacing that with something, that is illegal. Yes, or you could unionize, but I know the state of the average American worker these days. What do you think about universe world building being more about themes of representation rather than a concrete, comprehensive world that can be learned via, say, a wiki? I don't think they're mutually exclusive, Adisef. I think you can explore themes while adhering to a world that can be explored via a wiki. Balthazar with the $5. Thank you. Do you think we can drastically reduce meat consumption by reallocating food facilities rather than individually vegan shaming individuals, especially the poor? Yes! I do think that fucking top-down institutional solutions to the meat industry are superior to just shaming people who aren't vegans. I agree. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Thank you for your generosity.
Unkindled one, purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none. The fire-linking curse, the legacy of lords, let it all fade into nothing. You've done quite enough. Now have your rest.
Woo! Ah, nice one. Right out of my field of view. No! Oh, fuck, I've got the wrong... There we go. These are the twin princes, Lothric and Lorien. The one I'm fighting now is Lorien. Lothric, the quiet one who was sitting up in the throne, can't walk. He's a cripple. Or disabled or whatever. Anyway, they're the twin princes. The one up top was a crown prince. He was the one who was meant to be the Lord of Cinder, to link the flame and perpetuate the Age of Fire. But he has gone native. Doesn't want to do it anymore. We're here to kick some sense into him. By which I mean killing him and using his cinders to light the flame. Whoo! Gene Luck Picard with the $5. Thank you! I like what you do, so here's thanks for doing it. Today was my birthday and it feels like no one really remembered. If you could angrily shout happy birthday, that'd be sick. Oh, comrade. Oh, I've been there too. Happy birthday!
I'm on my way.
That's as close as I can get right now. I've been there too, comrade.
My brother.
It's unfortunately legal. There's no law in the state I work in that states employers need to give paid or unpaid lunches or even breaks at all. Caleb, wait. My chat lawyers, are there any states in the Union that have no requirements whatsoever for breaks? That sounds fake. The small one is the Lord of Cinder, Winston. Calabashaw, I'm not saying I know better than you, just make sure that's definitely the case. I haven't watched or played Darksiders. Yep, right to work states. Yeah, maybe talk to a labor board anyway. Well, if it's not illegal, you can still get your coworkers to unionize. Ooh. Wait, where? The secret to this fight is that this guy fucking teleports around like crazy. The big one. But you can tell which attack he's going to do after his teleport by how he postures himself beforehand. His actual attack, see, raises it up. Raise to the side, big sweep. Raises it up. Oh. Fuck! Up, 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 up. We gotta kill the fucking kid. Almost. Nah, damn it. Next cycle. Stab. Ah. Stab. Up. Charge. Where though? Ooh! Sweep. Woo! Got him. First try.
You remain among the accursed.
Florida, from what I've seen, the only law I've seen is that if an employer gives short breaks, they have to be paid. Please, anyone let me know if they find anything knowing the employees unionizing is highly unlikely. Probably, yeah. You should still talk to them, though. You should still talk to your fellow employers, or employees, you know? Yeah, the Twin Princes should have more health. Alright, guys. Ready to go to a fucking secret area? Well, first we're gonna spend these souls. Yeah, the Twin Princes are a really fucking well-designed fight. I do wish there was a little bit more health there. We need a labor movement in this country. Bernie Sanderino.
Welcome home, speak. Very well.
Dark Souls is at its most difficult at the beginning of the game. When you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Farewell, Ashen.
After you get past an initial, like, hump of difficulty, usually the first 2 or 3 bosses, things get a lot easier. Winston, the king is the Mad King Osiris, that dragon crossbead that we fought in the basement of the castle. Alright. Irithyll Dungeon. It's Irithyll Dungeon, right? That's the fastest way? Yeah, it has to be. How do political movements die or are killed? Well, I mean, they can die in a whole lot of ways, comrade. There are a lot of ways you can kill a political movement. I can tell you that with a great deal of confidence. Did I miss any donos? I probably missed a few donos. Balthazar with the $5. How do they not do a holiday skin version of Gale called Slay Night Gale? Probably because I personally, me specifically, I fucking despise like the holiday cheer shit. So proceeding to Gale right now and seeing him with a big Santa beard would make me kill myself, and then I wouldn't buy the next From Software game. So it was probably a deliberate effort to make sure that I'm still able to play their next title. It's not here, is it? No, wait, is it here and then you go up this way? I feel like I'm going to end up taking the most circuitous possible route. Fuck you. Ah. Guys, Christmas is fucking obnoxious. Everyone agrees with this. Everyone is sick of it being fucking late October and hearing Christmas jingles when you go to the fucking store. Afraid not the American failure, but I am still alive, which is nice. Which is very uncringe. Oh, I didn't get this. We are taking the most circuitous possible route. Looks like Florida requires unpaid lunch breaks for minors, that's all. God damn, Florida's a shithole. Did you see that Stefan Molyneux tweet? I even retweeted it. Well, I quote sniped it. But, it's fucking disgusting, dude. I can't stand that shit. Christmas just has the worst aesthetic. I'm not talking about the holiday itself. The holiday itself, hanging out with family, good times, that's fine, that's great, okay? But for fucking 1/6 of the year, every year, for all of those December and November, and sometimes through early January, we must be subjected to the same fucking 3 Christmas songs remixed by the same artists. The colors are red and green, which are fucking ugly complementary colors that don't look good. It's not aesthetic. And also, it's such a perfect fucking representation of the commodification of Christmas and of season's cheer in general, that you can go to any fucking store anywhere in America for 2 months out of the 12 in a year, and here everything is set up like it's supposed to be your fucking house, with the little Christmas ornaments, and all the employees are wearing cute little seasonal gear, and you've got the music playing, you've got the trees up there. Fuck you, dude. Christmas happens at my fucking house with my fucking family. If you want to be seasonal and have some holiday cheer, fucking cool, okay? Maybe have a little few ribbons slanted around, you know, maybe engage in the aesthetic a little bit, add it as a highlight, but quit fucking splooging Christmas all over your store. A Jew for you with the $5 Santa baby slaps, though? No. 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 But thank you for the dono. Thoughts on Halloween and Easter, then? Easter is also really bad, but at least it doesn't have the music. Halloween is fine. Okay, let's do it. There you go, folks. The fucking secret everyone had to use the internet to find out. Best holiday? I don't know. I don't like holidays. Holidays make me miserable when I'm depressed. I don't like thinking about them too much. Why is everything so dark? I mean, it's Dark Souls. Lucky Axolotl with the $5. Thank you. I don't get or like why the sexualized Santa feels weird, man. Wait, which sexualized Santa? You mean just like people drawing Santa with boobies? Is it just like in general? I don't know. People will sexualize fucking anything. Why does Santa have such a big sack? Because he only gets to coom once a year. Pig Puncher, are you telling me I'm not going to one-shot Nameless King? I'll tell you, here's what's going to happen, folks. I'm going to take like 3 tries to get Nameless King, but I'm going to die like 18 times at some random fucking part of Archdragon Peak. Because this place's enemies are fucking... Whoo! They take a lot out of me, folks. A vote for 4th of July should be an auto ban. Oh, I much prefer the 4th of July aesthetic to Christmas. Christmas is fucking disgusting. The enemies here hit so hard for no reason. Well, it is like a secret area. It's optional. You don't have to do any of this to beat the game. Oh god. But these enemies have it all. These enemies have a long, pretty hard-hitting ranged attack that they can spam, the fireball. They have daggers with very, very punishing attack patterns. They have the ability to lunge their neck out for quick surprise hits at a distance. Red Eye Sam with the $2 message not sent, edit, and try again. I've never tried to donate to myself, so I have no idea what the UI looks like. I should probably give that a look, huh? Thanks, Lich. Oh yeah, and some of them have shields, too. Are they like snake men? No, they're they're dragon kin, basically. They're dragon experiments. The Dragonkin up here, along with the others, were humans that deserted the kings and gods in their war against the dragons. This place is one of the few remaining citadels that stands with the dragons, who lost their war so long ago. Good, Never Failure. It's good content. It kind of does, Posadas John. The final boss of this area, the Nameless King, which is generally considered to be the hardest boss in the base game, is thought to be, is pretty much confirmed to be, I think, the firstborn son of Gwyn, and also the god who Solaire praises, the god of light, the warrior of the light, who defected against the gods and hence was stripped nameless. Oh yeah. Yeah, you go down there for a bit. I'll kill your little brother. What do you think about Jeremy Corbyn and his election on Thursday? Jeremy Corbyn is a good man, and I am very much rooting for him. So much am I rooting for him. It's actually insane. Boris Johnson might actually be a more indefensible candidate than Donald Trump, and I'm not saying that hyperbolically. Is it morally wrong to show inappropriate things, or should kids be protected from inappropriate content like violence? Oh, it depends on the context. I don't think you should shelter your kids away forever and keep them from, like, ever seeing anything kind of dicey, you know? It really depends on, like, the judgment of the parent and also the individual character of the kid. You don't want to fucking traumatize them. I gotcha, pig. I don't think the Soul of Cinder is boring. The most underwhelming boss? Probably Yorm. What do you think of Destiny and that one lefty podcast with Mindwave's Vivian and some others? Did you see it? I think Destiny was perfectly reasonable for the most part there. The behavior of the others did bother me quite a bit. It's really frustrating to me when people act that way. Not great, Eevee Eternal, but thank you for the concern. Oh, Boris Johnson could very well be a closet Nazi. It's actually... I mean, he literally wrote a book where Jews controlled the world, and they were greedy, usurious, hook-nosed, like, goblin people. It's not exactly subtle. Come down. There we go! So this boss is a little weird. This is also a pretty underwhelming boss, in my opinion. Where am I? Wait, where am I? Oh god. You can't actually fight him directly, or you can, but you don't want to. You can one-shot kill him, but you need to get to a particular place on the map, fighting off a gauntlet of enemies. It's actually an interesting type of boss, but I think it could have been done better. Yeah, maybe it's not as bad as I think. You know, maybe this actually is a pretty good boss. Gad, I haven't yet. No, I haven't had the time, but I plan to soon. try killing him directly, you guys would be here for quite a long time. And so would I, frankly. Yes, they're in the book that Boris Johnson wrote, he literally wrote, "The black was dumb because he was a coon." So, you know. Thank you, Lich. Oh, hey, Rat Girl. Alright, okay. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Jesus. Whence did I know? Pig Puncher, yeah, I might end up getting it. Have I seen Vivian's video on you? Vivian is fucking crazy, dude. I don't give a fuck what she has to say about me. Vivian is like legit a weirdo stalker. Vivian accused me of perpetuating Anglophobia when I made fun of Brit-Bonger accents, and then she sent me like this long rambling message on like how I betrayed her or something. She's like actually not well in my opinion, or she's very emotional to an unhealthy extent. I have no fucking idea. I don't know if she's just like insecure about her accent, or I really have no fucking idea, but it's super dumb. Anyway, nice, dude. My damage is so fucking high. Broadsword is so fucking OP. But yeah, that podcast that Destiny did with Vivian and the other people and stuff in Mindwaves was pretty frustrating. This statement that we should be able to have a conversation on the like fairness of trans women in sports that is a fair statement. That is a reasonable statement to make. It is something that should be discussed. Do a lot of people use discussing it as a dog whistle or an invitation to shit on trans people? Yes, absolutely. But that doesn't mean we can't have the discussion. Favorite weapon? Probably the broadsword, Anton. What is this? What bread tube can leave in 2019 hot takes? I can give it a look, comrade. Or maybe something I can recommend it. Yeah, it's people who have that discussion in bad faith, which are the real issue. Oh shit, dragon. Hey! Oh, this guy with the chain is so fucking cool. You know, we're just gonna mosey on past these guys real quick, like, okay? My position on like trans women in sports has actually changed a fair amount over the past 6 months. I'm more agnostic on it now than I was before. Keldog with a tier 2 sub, thank you! Hijacking your donos to remind American lefties living abroad or someone who lives abroad to register with Democrats abroad and sign Bernie's petition to get on the DA primary ballot. Wait, Bernie Sanders isn't on the DA primary ballot? Wait, who the fuck is there? Who is there if not fucking Bernie? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, that's worthy talking about. No! No! Alright, listen. Hardest boss. Yeah, you guys distracted me. Fuck y'all. Democrats Abroad, I'm pretty sure, is the institution that allows American citizens who are not within the borders of the country to vote, or something like that. Or like no, it's not that. It's, they do something. I actually forget. Whatever. Maybe they're just an advocacy group? Please don't. Please talk about Hollow Knight lore. It's not pertinent right now. Maybe one day I'll play Hollow Knight on stream. That'd be fun. DA counts for shit in the primary, unironically. Please tell people to vote. Well, of course I'm going to tell people to vote. Posadas John, I do not believe I did. What was I saying? Oh yeah, anyway, in that particular discussion that Destiny was having, he was pretty neutral. It seemed like the others were being really shitty, which kind of brings me back to the complaint that I've had so many times when engaging with the more problematic elements of the left-leaning community. It seems like there are a lot of people out there who think that, like, once you've got, like, the basic progressive positions down, all of your advocacy is set, and you don't need to think about anything else, like, say, facts, or... Okay, this part was the worst for me. Hold on, we're shitting on irrelevant 15-viewer Twitch stream Andes right now. That's what we're up to. But this matters to me, so I'm really... Can we... I fucking hate these guys! Okay, what was I saying? So, Destiny is saying that there are legitimate reasons why trans women who have undergone what we'll call male puberty might have advantages in sports. Those, I mean, this is pretty factual information. HRT goes a really long way towards... I mean, let's be realistic here. Making trans women shit at physical activity, muscle reduction, bone density, what have you. But there are some ways in which HRT doesn't fully address the difference in sexual dimorphism between cisgender men and women. Like, for example, lung capacity. That's a really big one right there. Lung capacity is a pretty important component of athletic performance. If you have more lung capacity, you have more oxygen that you can pump into your body through your blood to feed your muscles. It directly correlates to performance in a wide variety of ways. So that's pretty sick. Do you think 2 years in HRT isn't enough? Well, again, I'm agnostic on this position currently, but I'm pointing out that HRT doesn't reduce your lung capacity. After you've experienced male puberty, the hormones that flush your body give you just bigger, beefier lungs. That's just kind of how it be. So, it's a fact. Doesn't the data still show that trans women are about par? In some respects, no. In some respects, yes. It's very variable. It's a complicated subject on which there is very little data right now. But, regardless, the lung capacity issue is very real. That's a significant indicator of potential athletic performance that is skewed in favor of transgender women. Hold on. Are you kidding me? I feel like that should have snapped. I'm pretty sure I've done that drop with me that far from the head, and I've gotten it. Try jumping instead of just running off? Maybe. So Destiny points this out as an example of a physiological feature which might bias athletic performance in the favor of transgender women. Like, okay, trans women have been in the sport for decades, I'm pretty sure they're fine. No, that's a very unscientific way of looking at things. You shouldn't do that. One of the many reasons why trans women haven't been outperforming cisgender women in sports could be attributed to the fact that trans women face systemic discrimination in other ways. Maybe if trans women weren't treated like dog shit, they would be able to perform at their peak ability and then would start to, on average, edge out cisgender women. I'm not saying that's necessarily the case. I'm only saying we cannot say for sure what the answer is here. Much in the same way that a reasonable person couldn't say for sure whether or not there is any genetic component whatsoever to a race IQ gap. Whether or not you believe it's important that there be a genetic component there, that's something that can be discussed, as I would in a race IQ argument, and in a transgender women in sports argument. But to say flatly that there was no chance of there being any genetic deviation between these groups is, in my mind, irresponsible. Whatever the case may be, Destiny pointed this out as an example. And one of the people on the panel, who was a trans woman, started shouting that there was no difference in cis men and cis women's lung capacity, and that she was a like military medic for 5 years, and that she was never taught that. So, and she was like really confident about it. Like, there's no difference. Of course there is a difference. She was never taught that because the difference in lung capacity between cis men and cis women is irrelevant to military medical knowledge. It doesn't come up, you know? Like, why would you need to know that? It's not relevant. But this is something you can just solve with a Google search. Anyway, Destiny pointed this out. Like, why the fuck would you talk about this if you don't know what you're talking about? Look, you can Google this and get an answer. Like, why are you acting as though you understand this subject when you clearly don't? And that person was just really fucking triggered for the rest of the discussion. It's really disappointing, because you can be so trans-friendly without being anti-science. It's really, really easy. Just admit, like, hey, the data's, you know, fairly inconclusive. I believe that reactionaries wildly overstate the capacity for trans women to outperform cisgender women in sports, like, to an enormous degree. And usually, it's just them pretending to care about women's sports so they can shit on trans people. There is a legitimate discussion to be had there, but it is not with people who are using that discussion as a guise for bigotry. Damn! Wow! Incredible! Right? Whoa! But to accuse people of being transphobic for acknowledging the possibility that there's like a variation there is very irresponsible in my mind. It's anti-scientific. I think it makes us look bad. Okay, not this time, bucko. You're right where I need you to be, but you're gonna move your head, aren't you? You're gonna move your head, aren't you? You're gonna move your head, aren't you? No? Okay. Oh, yes! There we go. Whew. Well, I made it through the gauntlet every time without issue. Let me check the donos that I've missed. My apologies. And hello to the very generous 500 people who are watching. Delighted to have you here. Balthazar with the $5. I say if Labour doesn't win on Thursday, Bernie should recruit Corbyn for the US Revolution. Robespierre didn't guillotine himself, nor will Clinton. True. True. That's very true, Balthazar. God, I wish we could get a fucking Bernie Corbyn ticket over here. That'd be fucking sick. Red Eye Sam with the $2. Vaush, that was first. I'm not gonna lie, man. I know it was. First try. First try. And Talcat with the $1, thank you. Is it just me, or has Christmas gift-giving lost any real sentimentality and is hardly anything more than a social event for getting cool stuff that you don't have to buy yourself? I feel like the point of a gift is to express appreciation for somebody. Possibly. My main issue with gift-giving is that I don't... Oh, invasion. My main issue with gift-giving is, like, I've never been a gift-giving type, because I don't really want many things physically. I don't like knickknacks. I don't like random bits of stuff. It's not interesting to me. I don't really care that much. And now I have money. Now I have, like, now I have enough money that anything I do need, like upgrades to my system, video games, I can afford that stuff myself. So, what do I want for gifts? Like, I don't know. Maybe something of sentimental value, but I don't know what sentimental value means to me. You know? It could just be because I'm feeling depressive. There we go. Fully upgraded broadsword. Art? Well, I can ask people to make me art, but not everyone I know is an artist. Thank you for breaking the streak, by the way. Much appreciated. True Rivera life. Would you be willing to talk to a leftist with terrible optics and be willing to consult them as a Rhetoric 103 stream? I don't think that would go very well. Asterism Alex, it's one of the videos I mean to respond to on stream. I just haven't gotten around to yet. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, true, Hyena. I want to go over that video, but I'm trying to change, like, the philosophy of my channel now and talk a little bit less about weird esoteric academic things, so it hasn't really come up. This woman had a fucking walker. Okay. But yeah, see, these guys? These are humans who studied the way of the dragon to try to become dragons. They came here to this temple to try and seek atonement for their participation in the war against dragons and learn from their superiors. Do you think ideally sports would be divided by gender as little as possible? No matter what you do to divide sports, they dead? Well, everyone's dead in this universe. They just keep coming back. No matter what you do to divide sports, you're never going to make it fair. That's kind of the issue. Like, if you're trying to segment people in sports, you're trying to segment them based on their capacity for physical performance, right? But physical performance is the sport. So what are you segmenting people by? You know what I mean? Okay, hold on. Yeah, the point of sports is that it's not fair. There's no way in sports to differentiate between innate physical ability and personal skill. It just doesn't work that way. So you divide men and women because, on average, men are much more physically effective than women are when it comes to most sports performance, you know? But then if you, like, look back, like, okay, should we separate the short and the tall men who play basketball? The tall men are also, due to genetic factors that have nothing to do with their individual skill, biased to how the sport functions. They're now better at it, just because of how they were born. Same as, oh no, I'm being invaded. Oh no, when the fog wall comes up suddenly, that means you're being invaded. Sometimes it takes a minute, but it's definitely coming. Fuck you. Hey, fuck you. Don't knock me off, I'm being invaded. Yep, I just got the save icon. Where are you? Yep, Dark Ring. Who's Dark Ring? It's not Pig. Dark Ring's name is different. It's an NPC? Oh. Wait, where are they? I wouldn't mind that, Jera. Where? Ah! Wait, that's not an NPC invader. That's definitely a human. That is not how NPCs walk. Oh yeah, I can feel the latency. Oh! I'm a roll-catching god. Oh, he has a hammer too. Yeah, I've got more Estus than you do, but oh shit! Wait, he parried but didn't riposte. Yeah, that wasn't a good parry on my part. Nope. Oh! He double parried! This guy's got the parry timing down, but he fucking keeps messing up the follow-up. Yeah, we both got each other there. But I've got more health and damage than you. Oh, just him that time. Yeah? Oh no. The roll-catching legend! I don't know how that didn't hit me. Ah. I thought he was gonna bait out the parry there. Nope! Nope! Fuck! Red Eye Sam the $2 Little Slim versus Big Chungus. Why would you disgrace my channel with fucking Big Chungus? Why would you do that to me? It's cool he lets you drink. Yeah, very honorable. Warrior of Sunlight. You know how it is. Oh, that felt like a good parry there. Shit. He got me. No, yeah, no way he's gonna let me drink after that one. He's too close. Nope. Nope. Too good. Roll catching too good for you. No, no, no. There we go. Get him out of here. Get these fucking two-bit animals out of here. It's strange to me you never jump attack. You know, I always forget I can do that. Because it's never fucking used in PvE. Socknate Tanuki with the $5. Thank you! I thought... Oh, I'm not going to be able to read all that. Hold on, 1 second. I thought Tulsi's Medicare for All Plus plan wasn't just another public option garbage one where the public option would end up being the high-risk pool and end up being underfunded and eventually canceled through private insurance lobbying. It's way worse. Yeah, dude, Tulsi Gabbard fucking sucks. Tulsi, the only reason people like Tulsi Gabbard... Okay, reasons. A, she's hot. B, for some reason she gets lumped in along with Yang as the anti-establishment crowd, and people think that means... Yang and Bernie. And people think that all anti-establishment candidates are the same. And for 3, because she talks about being anti-war. It's so fucking obnoxious, dude. It's so fucking slimy to me that, like, an entire political campaign, the viability of a candidate, can be based almost entirely on a perception that perpetuates itself, rather than on an actual understanding of the positions of that politician. Probably not Block Caligula, but you can get close, right? You forgot that she's served? Yeah. Shu really likes Tulsi. Be careful, she might be here among us. Yeah. I still can't wait to talk to Shu. She's just been busy and I'm way... Oh! Okay. And I'm way too down to, like, really have a convo right now, you know? Oh, how to bake souffle. There's plenty of data on the viability of hormone blockers for young trans people before they go through puberty. And I think I agree with that. Leaving all else aside, so again, don't interpret anything from this statement other than the statement which I am making here. Nothing else. No implications. I think that trans women who underwent hormone therapy or hormone blockers before experiencing male puberty are probably like 100 set go to participate alongside cisgender women in sports. Whoa! Thanks, buddy. Just trying to... Oh, yep. Yeah. Yep. 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 Good luck, Calabashaw. Yep. Yep. Historica Hungarica with the $5. Thank you very much. 10-second convincing. Imagine Hyena in that femoid's position. Go buy it. Wait, what? Oh, this is the fucking fitness game, huh? Why, are you calling my girlfriend? Are you calling my fat girlfriend fat? You doing that? Oh wait, I need to kill the summoner before I kill him, or she's gonna summon another one. Maybe Talcat. That kick was not what I was looking for there. There we go. Fuck off. That was actually my red sign on the ground a few minutes back. I'm coming for that booty. Ah! Thank you for the forewarning, comrade. Do you think you'll do Sekiro New Game Plus? I might. I might end up doing that. I do quite like these games. Have you specifically seen stuff showing trans women with HRT have larger lung capacity compared to women of the same height and weight or something like that? No psychostimulant. No such research has been done to my knowledge. I do know, however, that HRT doesn't affect lung capacity and that cis men have higher lung capacity than cis women, even if they're the same height and weight. So, if HRT doesn't affect those statistics, there's no reason to believe that, divide wouldn't carry over. King B with the incredibly generous $10. Thank you very much, comrade. Thank you. I had an awful debate with a centrist whose whole point was Trump did nothing wrong and other politicians do illegal things, so he shouldn't be impeached. He killed my brain cells. Yeah, what's really funny to me is that in this country there are still a lot of Trump supporters, but all of the savvy ones online have swapped back to going, oh, well, you know, I agree that Trump is a buffoon and, you know, and a terribly, you know, lacks decorum for our highest office. They can parry? I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. That's nice. Getting fucking bored over here. You know, and he lacks decorum and oh, so many issues. But, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Obama. It's the exact same way Trump supporters would like distance themselves from Trump while still supporting him back in the 2015, 2016 days. Dude. Dude! No, I don't like those simulation games, Ghost of FDR. Alright, we're gonna need to calm. We didn't calm. We didn't calm. We didn't calm. It didn't happen, we didn't calm. Boy with the $5. Thank you. Love you, dog. # dab on the femoids. True. Get him out of here. Get those slimy fucks out of here. Yeah, Dylan Malkuth. Well, that's all they have. But they're lying when they say that. Guys, always remember this. When a Trump supporter is telling you, like, oh, yeah, Trump has his issues, but, you know, all presidents, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Obama. Did you know Hillary Clinton sold half of our uranium reserves to Russia? Did you know Benghazi? Did you know emails? Did you know Hillary Clinton wanted nuclear war with Russia? Obama. Did you know Obama was the first person to build the detention centers at the border? Obama. Did you know Obama did drone wars too? Obama. Did you know Obama was the one who created the list that was later used for the very temporary Muslim ban? Obama, Hillary Clinton, Obama. Just fucking non-stop, dude. But when they do that, keep in mind, they're lying. Ethan A with the $2. What are your deeper thoughts on transhumanism? They're not that, I mean, a lot of people seem really hyped on transhumanism. I assume it's because all of you are trans, as long as it wasn't invoked in a way which disproportionately favored the wealthy. Balthazar with $2. Wouldn't Vaush ring fit boobies be TOS via 2? It would for Twitch TOS. That's for fucking sure. Thank you, Comrade Goose. Thank you to both of you for the very generous donation. Sorry, I'm just trying to finish my thought on this. When Trump supporters are talking about how, well, actually, this president this, you know, bad thing. Sure, I agree, it's a bad thing, but you can't deny it. Obama, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Hillary Clinton. You have to remember, they're lying. If that was actually their position, that all of these people are fucking horrible, then they wouldn't still play defense for Trump anytime it's comparatively advantageous to do so. But they do. They'll still talk about how Trump was going to drain the swamp, even though he has a fucking ridiculous number of criminal convictions in his presidential administration, you know? They'll still talk about how he was a martyr who was going to shake things up, even though he's continued and emboldened the policy of in-group favoritism amongst the wealthy and the pre-existing political elite during his time in office. But they don't criticize him for these things. So just remember, when they're doing this like phony-ass fucking both sides horseshit, just remember, it's completely fucking disingenuous. Thoughts on Ninja coming out as gay? Wait, is that a joke? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a wife. He's not gay, right? That was a joke? It's a joke, chat, chill? Well, I don't fucking know. If you ask a question at me, and it's a joke question, and I repeat it, people are going to take it as gospel. Is there a way for you to become a dragon, or is that time past? Probably can't since you killed the dragon. Excellent question, Chappie. Tell you what, I'll get back to you shortly, okay? Now, it's not the full piece, but... Wait, why can't I use the Dragon Torso Stone? Gotta remove all the armor? There we go. They are not purely cosmetic. Nice. Yeah, now this is Spyro. What is the scabbard attached to? I've got a little belt. What's the lore on this? Those are items that allowed the monks who came here to learn the way of the dragon and to become dragons. Now half of chat is jerking it? You fucking degens. Would you fuck her in this form? You know, this body does not look very fun to have sex with. I'm terribly sorry for kink shaming. Really don't think... I don't think I'd be getting, like, much from that experience, you know? These things are so fucking obnoxious to fight. They have an absurd amount of armor, and they just roll forward and knock you off. And they shoot fire. Yeah, it's like a jerky body. Goodbye. If you kick them, they do something cute. Is there a kick? I don't think I've ever kicked them. Nope, that's not a kick. That's not a kick. That's also not a kick. That's not a kick! Dude! Why do you have a tail? Because I'm a dragon. Look at me. Aw, they do a little roll when you kick them. That's cute. Ow. No, I'm aware of how to kick. The timing is just obnoxious. Oh god, speaking of obnoxious. This fucking enemy. Yep, yep. Okay, what is it again? You know, we're coming back for you. I fucking hate fighting this thing. It's so... Why doesn't she have dragon boobs? I couldn't tell you, comrade. I don't know where... I don't know what From Software was thinking, honestly. Are you kidding me? Did you see that fucking pivot? This thing is rolling. It fucking... I even fucking dodged to the side because I knew he was coming for me. Alright, let's put our actual armor back on so we don't take a fuck ton of damage, huh? It was Black Knight, Gauntlet of Thorns... Black Knight, right? Do we have the Black Knight leggings? We have leggings of Thorn. I mean, it does make us look nice and evil, but... I don't think it was leggings of Thorn, was it? Shadow leggings. Nameless night trousers. That looks fine. Put on the pretty dress skirt. I'll consider it, okay? Cringe dono? Uh-oh. There are no cringe donos, comrades. Every day I come on here, no matter my attitude, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your incredible generosity and kindness. It means the world to me. No, let me do it. Let me do it. Use the dragon head at least for the bonus resistances? No, I don't wanna. I like being a human. Women should totally be able to compete in sports with men for things like horse racing and archery? Wait, yeah, right? Any sport that relies on stuff like endurance or strength is going to favor cis men. Any sport that favors stuff like concentration, acuity, dexterity, precision, these things should be it shouldn't be relevant, right? And Gamba, after this, we're going to the fucking expansion, comrade. Oh yeah. Honestly, what if fuck you? What are my opinions on pens and stationery? I have quite a fondness for good calligraphy, so good pens and such comes along with that. Also, I draw myself, so I have to know, you know, good ink. That sort of thing. What's the DLC like in terms of story? Ghost of FDR, the DLC of this game gives you the closest thing you're ever going to get to a happy ending for Dark Souls. That's the gist of it. Hey, look how much less damage we're taking now. We'll come back for you. There we go. Love having that armor on. Lore dump please on anything? Gangstar, I've covered all the lore I'm aware of for this area. If there's anything I'm missing... Do you think any restrictions add to trans women and men in sports? What do you mean? I'm just confident, Comrade Goose. That's all there is to it. Which run is this for you? Like first or third? I've played this game probably like 6 or 7 times. Probably more, actually. On account of all the New Game Plus runs. Oh, okay. Alright. Yep. This is Ricardo, right? It's too much damage. Anton, there's no way testosterone is the steroid, you know? There's no way that like trans women would have any advantage in sports over like men, you know? I don't think that testosterone for transgender men is sufficient to put them beyond the range of expected athletic performance for cisgender men. Would you fuck Ricardo? I mean, he looks human, doesn't he? He's one of the few things in this game that actually looks human. Here we go. Hello, LF9. Afraid not, sad bad boy, but we're all doing our best. Lowest heaven, in all likelihood, it's never going to happen, but it's fun to think about. You don't think it puts them on par? I'm saying it doesn't put them beyond par. Nice. Hold on. Oh, wait, okay. So you're saying trans women competing with cis women in sports. Well, I don't know why you're so, like, hysterical about this, considering the position I've taken at this point is one of agnosticism. But if it calms you down a little bit, you can maybe go to your local town's hippin' and happenin' bar scene area, and you can go find some, like, a queer event and see some trans women, and you will notice that trans women are, compared to most cisgender men, pathetic and weak, and that there actually is some pretty substantial, you know, physiological difference which takes place following hormone replacement therapy. But that's okay. I don't think you're actually that interested. Why are lefties being so supportive of spiritualism now? It's not lefties, it's just people in general are superstitious. Sad Bad Boy with the $5. Thank you! Hey Vaush, weird question, but I'm running a tabletop game set in LA and I know you grew up there. What are the major elements of the city I should include to really capture it for my players? Oh, what an excellent and wonderful and interesting question. Okay, let me think. So, LA is a gigantic, ugly, monotonous concrete grid that stretches infinitely in all directions. The monotony of its sort of design is definitely like characteristic of the city. It also has one of the most beautifully multicultural communities of any city out there. What you gotta know is the different areas, for the most part, of LA. That's what you gotta know. You gotta know where the Haps is at, alright? So, it's Vampire the Masquerade, by the way? Fuck yeah. Well, here's the haps you gotta know, okay? Beverly Hills and Bel Air are mostly sort of cordoned off little hodgy-podgy, bougie districts that don't have much in the way of culture and they don't attract the interest of others. Downtown LA is a thriving, bustling beehive of entrepreneurship and activity and, of course, homeless people. That part of the city is just breathtaking. Also, the Fashion District, which is a pretty huge chunk of downtown, has a fuck ton of outdoor vendors, mostly Asian, because they're near Chinatown. This is like a slightly more prosperous, I would say, or maybe not more prosperous, and more active sort of extension of the economic activity that you see in Chinatown. Chinatown is big and touristy, but there's a fuck ton of stuff to see there. Koreatown is less touristy and is a lot more authentic to the people there. It's also very poor. Most of the businesses in Koreatown are owned by Koreans who came over the past 60 or 70 years. And you've got a lot of that old worldy kind of like my dad won't let me date until I'm 30 kind of feel, you know what I mean? Like the first generation immigrant parent kind of feel. Downtown is where Skid Row is, but Skid Row is not as large as people often make it out to be. Skid Row is the place that you literally never want to go to. You just don't. There's no reason to go to Skid Row. Just don't go to Skid Row. If you want to go there to prove how brave and not racist you are, go, please, have fun. But don't go to Skid Row. There's no reason to, okay? Skid Row is next to Union Station, which is the thriving, which is the bustling train and metro hub of Los Angeles. Past Union Station and east of, if you go too far east of downtown, you encounter, like, the factory works. If you go far enough past that area, the rest of LA is just an endless sprawl of industry. It's gray and ugly, and it goes on pretty much basically forever. What's in Skid Row? Crime and desperately poor people. Wow, you really don't get a chance to roll between those two hits, do you? Of course, when you go to LA, Hollywood is like the hippin' and happening place, and there's a lot to do in Hollywood. West Hollywood is a thriving gay scene, one of the oldest and most... I don't know why he let me backstab him. One of the oldest and most prosperous in the West Coast. West Hollywood is very, very, very near where I grew up. It's a great place. It's very bougie these days. Hey, gross. It's very bougie these days, but there's a lot of genuine community there that you're not going to get in other parts of the city. Mainstream Hollywood, so I guess what nobody calls it East Hollywood, but it is East Hollywood, is where the is where you have like Hollywood and Vine and the Hollywood Stars street, you know, where you can see all the stars' names in the sidewalk. It's where Man's Theater is and all the other touristy stuff that people like when they come to LA. There's a lot of fun stuff that you can do there if you're, like, unfamiliar with the town, but personally, as a local, I found that place aggressively repellent after staying there for a little long. So everything south of downtown is basically industrial and broken down. No, everything east of downtown. Don't forget the homeless camps. I mean, yeah. Hollywood has a lot of homeless people too, but there's not a place in LA that doesn't, except for Beverly Hills, of course. What's a MGTOW? Men going their own way. It's like a kind of culty community of dudes. Nice. It's like kind of a culty community of dudes who think that, like, men are taken for granted in society, and in order to combat that and the sexism which comes from it, they have to fight against it and leave society entirely. And all the people who are dependent on men will reach out for them and go, oh no. Hello, Heinrich Scheer. Nice try, but nope. No problem, sad bad boy. Happy to help. Which city/area has your favorite architecture? Funnily enough, Sydney in Australia, I think, had really nice architecture. When I went there, or maybe instead of nice architecture, it would rather be characterized as fucking wonky architecture. Summon him? No! I'm out of fucking Estus flasks! Hey, little guy. Why are there so many homeless people in California? Because Ronald Reagan back in the 1980s shut down all of the insane asylums, or all the mental health treatment facilities. They were all just put out in the street. Boy, it's fucking dusty in here. Yeah, Reagan fucked up California for basically everyone. He, like, with that one decision, he, like, fucked all of California. Why the fuck did he do that? Because he's Reagan. What do you mean? He's just doing the sort of shit Reagan does. Wait, what decision? To close down all of the insane asylums in California and throw all the homeless people, all of the mentally ill people out on the street. True, Winston. That's true. That's true. That's very true. Alright, I think we got more cringe donos. Coconut with the $1. Bro, there is a trans MMA fighter that beats the fuck out of girls. How the fuck do you find that okay? People like you and your viewers are the precise reason why Trump was voted as president. And you're the precise caricature of the people we make fun of when you talk about why Trump became the president. Why did we vote in a worthless president? Oh, well, somebody supported trans people. Also, you realize that cis girls also beat the shit out of each other in MMA, right? Like, you realize the cis MMA fighters also beat the fuck out of girls, right? That's their job. That's what they do. I don't typically make really broad, like, policy decisions and determine, like, my perspective on a very complicated social and scientific issue by pointing out that there was a trans female MMA fighter who did well. Because I'm a rational person, I tend to, you know, use data collection or scientific consensus or sociological analysis or some other way of actually understanding the underlying problem, rather than doing what you do, which is seeing a picture of a rather square-jawed, muscular woman beating the shit out of other rather square-jawed, muscular women in an MMA ring, and then say, oh my god, holy shit, oh my god, better vote for Trump, and you know, type out your support from online, in between wiping up the shit that you've had flood your pants. Very unimpressive, your perspective on this. Balthazar with the $5, thank you! How the hell do you think Crowder, still alive, can compete in committing Sudoku with Epstein, very much taken off Suicide Watch? Hashtag takes. Balthazar, the absolute best way that Crowder could have simulated the Epstein experiment would have been if he had also revealed to the public all of the children that he had raped over the entirety of his career, and that way his suicidality, his motivation to kill himself, is increased through the sincerity of the crimes that he's owning up to. You know, who raped children? Apparently, Steven Crowder, according to this new mythology that I've created here. Red A with the $5, thank you! Come? I agree. I'm also trying to bait one of these enemies before the other. There we go. There we go. These fucking dragon dudes, I can fight two of the big ones, and I can fight two of the little ones. But a big one and a little one at the same time are fucking unworkable. Oh. Probably should have attacked or rolled there. Nope! Worst attack in your arsenal, bucko. Oh, shit! Sorry, comrades. Damn Girl with the $2, thank you, lovely name. Hey, Vaush, as a trans who doesn't take part in sport, I'm wondering when I get my cis-approved bucks for being a lazy asshole. If they have such a huge problem with it, then I must be one of the good ones by now. Love you for sticking up for Contra XX. Hey, I love me for sticking up for Contra too, because it means I'm not a stupid piece of shit. Yeah, again, it's one of the most bald-faced indications that they don't actually give a shit. Like, fuck, this happens so fucking often, too. Like, every time, like, the MRA types, whenever we try to talk about, like, women getting raped or sexual violence against women, they'll go, like, did you know that in prison men get raped a lot, too? And then when they next come around to it, they'll like start themselves making drop the soap jokes in prison. Or the chain one, dude. This guy's weapon is so fucking cool. Whew. Or they'll talk about like women's shelters, and then they'll be like, why are there no men's shelters? But they don't actually give a fuck about that because they'll like make fun of dudes who own up to being domestically abused and seek the help of a shelter. It's a way for people to pretend to care about an issue because it gives them some authenticity when it comes to criticizing a minority group in their relationship to that issue. Cross Crescent Creed with the $20. Thank you so much, comrade. That is really generous of you. Counter arguments talked about your vid. Basically said you made good points. Still stands by his premise, but he said he didn't consider the other side well. Agreed your voice was buttery and is willing to talk. Oh! My goodness, I hadn't actually considered that Counterpoints may have actually been a good faith actor. Sometimes I come into those videos a little angry, you know? That's actually pretty phenomenal. I would be more than willing to talk to Counterpoints. That would be a really fun discussion, I think. Thank you for informing me. Cross Crescent Creed, could you do me a tremendous favor and DM me on Discord with some resource of when he said these things? just so I don't have it on word of mouth. Like if it's a YouTube video or a stream clip or a tweet or anything like that. Because I'd be very interested in seeing it myself, maybe directly responding if it's a tweet, that sort of thing. Counterpoint or counter-argument? Counter-argument. Counter-argument is a really big YouTube channel that talks about rhetoric. I've actually enjoyed some of their videos before. For example, this one right here. When should you leave an interview? Which was in response to Ben Shapiro's disastrous interview on the BBC. I quite liked that. I think this channel actually puts out a lot of really good content. I just maybe I am too quick to ascribe bad faith. That's actually something I need to work on. I am too quick to ascribe bad faith. Yeah, definitely. Your online GF, I gotta move through these. Your online GF with the $1. Thank you. Hey Vaush, long-time listener, first-time donor. You helped me be less Libby and purity focused. Now I'm anti-cancel culture and think you embody what Marx characterized communists as. Basically, raving goblin people. Love you, comrade. I'm going to assume you mean raving. I was very concerned for a moment that you had actually typed out raping. I have done no rapes thus far, to my knowledge. But thank you, comrade. I am delighted you enjoy the content and hope this is the first of many interactions. Though not all of them need be donations, of course. Coconut. Oh, or the convo continues. Coconut with the $1. You are full of shit, dude. You literally just said go to a bar and see trans female. So going to a bar and seeing one trans means I can generalize. Dude, you are a fucking hypocrite, lol. There is no point in trying to debate with someone like you. Oh, I mean, there is, especially if you're giving me $1 every time you have to respond to my points. So, just to fill you in, and I apologize for being unclear. When I was suggesting you go to a queer bar and find a trans woman, it was a joke. I guess I can't really prove I was joking, that I'm not just backing off a previous position, but I was joking. I don't think you should get your political positions from individual one-on-one encounters with members of minority groups. I will, however, say this, and I do think this is important to consider. Consider the difference in the arguments you and I are making here. When I said that, joke as it may have been, I was trying to indicate to you, admittedly facetiously, that trans women, especially after they've undergone hormone therapy, are not physically the same as cisgender men. They're just not. And there's data to back that up if you want to look it up. Now, are transgender women identical to cisgender women? No. That is not the case. Hold on. Transgender women and cisgender women are not exactly like one another. I think most people recognize that. There is no fucking data, stop lying, dude. Coconut, would you like to go over data on how HRT can lead to significant physiological changes in a person's body? It's nice to see you there in chat. There is data. Not only is there data, I'm pretty sure I have it on my research document. Coconut, do you believe that HRT, feminizing hormones, does not lead to any physiological changes? I know, look at the bone density data. Coconut, I don't know how long you've been here, probably long enough to hear me earlier because that's what you were responding to. I acknowledge that there were ways in which HRT does not affect the physiology of trans women. You're not arguing the position you think you're arguing. I think HRT changes trans women's physiologies in many ways, though not all ways. In terms of stuff like bone density and lung capacity, it doesn't seem to have very much of an impact. But in terms of stuff like musculature, which is pretty important, I would say, that is affected very heavily by HRT. Hence my previous agnostic position, that I think there are legitimate concerns when it comes to trans women participating in sports alongside cisgender women. However, the issue is not nearly as clear-cut as many people would like to make it out to be. Like you. Because you cited just one trans woman doing well in the MMA. She's beating up cis women. Well, okay. I mean, that's her job. To beat up the cis women, isn't it? That's their jobs, too. To beat up the other cis women. I encourage you to open your mind, comrade. I'm not saying, and I want to be very clear about this, that trans and cis women are exactly the same. Only that trans women and cisgender men are very, very different physiologically after the trans woman has undergone hormone therapy. There we go. Now, before we get to the sickest fucking boss fight in the base game, let me finish the goddamn donos, huh? Red with the $5. Thank you, Ban Chud Troll donators. This is a gamer-only zone. Maybe, but I'm having fun. I'm feeling very zen. The depression keeps me from getting angry, you know? Ghost of FDR with the $5. Thank you. Here's a non-cringe dono. Also, Reagan was super racist. Helped pass Prop 14, which overturned a Fair Housing Act in California as one of his first political moves. Not only that, but the legendarily pro-gun Reagan, as governor, actually signed into law anti-gun bills, which were specifically designed to keep the Black Panther Party from open carrying. Hello, Yoseb. And Asterism Alex with the $5. Thank you, Vaush Definitive Pop-Tart tier list. Top tier is unquestionably, like, I think everyone can agree on this. Top tier for Pop-Tarts is easily the fucking cinnamon apple one. I think that's pretty easy. I think that's pretty upfront, you know? Cinnamon apple, the chocolate cookie and the, like, Oreo ones are, I think, a little bit beyond that. And then beyond that, I think is, I would say cherry, strawberry, blueberry. I think they all kind of fit into the same purview. The worst Pop-Tart I've ever had is green apple. It was like, I just saw it, I was like, okay, fuck it. Winston, how much shit did you do to know this? This is fairly basic stuff, but, you know, it's more in presentation than anything. Alright, folks. We're not paying attention to chat for a second. Come here, King. Alright, yep, that's an attack you have. I remember now. Okay! That was decisive. I'm gonna not count that one. Kenjin with the gifted tier 1 sub, thank you. Keeping the streak alive. Enjoy, buddy. That's very kind of you. Alright, listen. That was a meme. It's because I had the dragon stones here. I don't want them. Get them out. I didn't need them. They were in my way for quick Estus swapping. Sekiro was very fucking good. It's a shame it didn't pop off the same way Dark Souls and Bloodborne did. Tarry not the concerns. Alright, I remember now. I don't remember the timing though, that's for sure. Okay. Alright. There we go. Wait, that's fire! Damn it. You gotta run way faster than that when the fire comes out. I think I actually remember phase 2's a little bit. Oh, do the thing. Okay, run to catch. Run to catch. I rolled! Cringe. Okay, come on. Nope. Even later timing than I expect. You guys want to know something cool? Every time that bell rings, it's because another player has rung it in their own world. Lore on this dude? I already talked about the lore on this dude. This is the firstborn son of Gwyn, who abandoned... Wait. There we go. Who abandoned his father and his armies to join with the dragons. And here he rides a wyvern. Oh. Wait, do I roll the... Nope, it's not that way. You gotta run forward, I think. You have to run forward into the crook. Lore on the mist? I think that's caused... He's the king of the storm, you see. I think he's causing it. Alright. Anisian will end your ability to stream for weeks or even months. I think even if he copyright strikes that one video, I don't think it'll end my ability to stream. And I can fight those copyright strikes. Oh, I'm happy doing what I'm doing, Lewis Evan. Well, yes, it does. Trust me, you'll have to fight the strike. Well, I've gotten a copyright strike before, and I haven't had my streaming restricted. The only time I had my streaming restricted was for a copyright strike that was... Shit. For a copyright strike that was of streamed content. But I currently have no strikes on my channel, so... Woo! Yeah, I can always stream on DLive. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, we're gonna have to... We're gonna have to shape up a little bit. Fuck. Woo! Damn it! Alright. So this game always feels like you're wandering around killing the old remnants of some rotting empire, but in the context of the game, is your character like a super badass or what? Yeah, basically. You're like the super badass, unkindled one who's here to right the wrongs of the Lords of Cinder and fix everything. That's basically the gist of it. Is the Nameless King hollowed? I don't actually think so. I'm pretty sure the Nameless King is still sane. Because the way he lays his hand on his companion after you kill them, that speaks to me. That's not something a hollowed enemy would do. Do gods hollow? Yes. Yeah, still enough, if that's correct. Oh. Is Coconut still trying? So are you like in the apocalypse? The whole universe is currently forever in an apocalypse. There we go. Do dragons fuck and make babies? I don't think they do, no. Dragons are immortal. True dragons, at least. Yeah, I knew that'd be enough. Oh, for the quick slurp. I think one more hit, and then we're next phase. Yep. Are dragons gay? Yeah, why not? You sure do go through a lot of adversity, Pig. Okay, alright. I'm not a big fan of the Devil May Cry series. I don't like spectacle fighters. Estus right in your fucking face. The thing that makes the Nameless King difficult is the fact that many of his attacks have sort of indeterminate timings. Yeah, here we go. Yep. Yep. So his attack could have like a quarter second or like a half second of wind up. This sometimes makes it really fucking hard to know when to roll. He also looks sick. Nope. You like that little kick there? Woo-hoo! Get out of here! Alright, I'll take that. I'm gonna call that second try. Too easy. How powerful is the magic in the series in terms of destructive capability? Pretty fucking powerful. You, the player, can never really learn any crazy powerful magic, but there are some magical entities in the series that have done, like, cataclysmically powerful things with it. Yeah. The what? Yes? How do you always manage to leave something in here? There you go. Beautiful. Lightning is pretty strong. In fact, lightning magic was how the gods and humans managed to band together and defeat the dragons to begin with. Pig Puncher, I had never even heard that before, but hell yeah. Lore in the War of Gods and Dragons? I've done that lore. You ever play Serious Sam? Yeah, I played the remake, but not the original. What's your favorite game of all time? I don't know. Maybe World of Warcraft? Alright, we should probably stop giving that one guy attention. Whoever it is that's in chat, that's saying silly stuff. I'm sure there are better ways we can spend our time. Unless they want to go back to donating to me. Though with $1 per donation, I get like 62 cents off of each. Because there's a flat fee that PayPal charges. Ah, gotcha, Cross Crescent Creed. Pronounced my name correctly. Holy shit, this guy might be a fucking comrade. Thank you very much. Thoughts on orgies? How many people is too many people? I'm not actually a huge fan of orgies, guys. I've never been that much of a fan of group sex. Like, it can be fun with, like, a few people or whatever, but, like, a giant orgy? I don't know. Maybe I just don't come into them with the right mindset. Oh, don't worry, Cross Crescent Creed. I see everything that goes on in my, subreddit. I won't, Pig Puncher. What do you plan to work on next for your research document? Race and IQ. The latter, fish sauce. 4 max is probably ideal. You were right about spirit signs. Have a 2012 video I found at the Internet Archive Wayback Machine. Yes! God, I'm smart! These Dark Soul bosses are the equivalent of trans women in sports. How many cis players have to die until you get it? True! If only. Alan Hannigan with the $2. Ethical reason to kill the Nameless King? I'm pretty sure there is literally no ethical reason to kill the Nameless King in the lore of this game. You know? I'm pretty sure there's just no fucking reason to do that. For the challenge, maybe? That's all I can think of. Imperial Battle Mage with a very generous $5. Thank you. Have you played Knights of the Old Republic? If so, which is better? I've only played the first Knights of the Old Republic. And it's not the type of game I typically enjoy, though the writing was obviously very good. I can't fault it for that. I did enjoy that. The actual gameplay of those games is incredibly uninteresting to me. Sake Tanuki with the $5. Thank you, comrade. Yeah, you're good. Do you think in rightfully prosecuting Trump for his crimes once he leaves office will set up numerous other indictments in the ICC and other courts to address decades of war crimes? No, Sake Tanuki. Why do I keep getting off of the first one? I think it's actually the opposite. Because holding any president accountable for their misbehavior implicitly suggests other presidents must also be held accountable for their misbehavior, I think that decreases the likelihood of any of them being held accountable. If anything, I think it would be far more likely for us to get them sneaky, like, you know, like, oh yeah, no, we're just, you know, we're just fucking with Trump here, and no, looks like this means you could also be indicted, Mr. Obama. Oh no. Oh, Clinton. Oh no. But the like open how we can charge all of you for war crimes things is a little, I feel like it impedes our ability to get that done. And Caius, the $1 for the Madeira finale, would you consider summoning community people to help you with a password set? Could be a fun event for us all. Caius, I love you, and as fun as that would be for a stream perspective, I love these fights. And I've never fought them with anyone else. I live to fight these dudes one-on-one. So that's what I'll be doing, because that's my shit.
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones, all thanks to thee, most worthy of lords. Ashen One, with the lords as thy witness, bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the lords' embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord.
Probably Dark Souls 3 Pig Puncher, but I like the Emerald Herald more.
Farewell.
Yeah, Pelosi came out and said she knew that Bush was lying about the war. Just, haha, casually letting a war which leads to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people and the loss of trillions of dollars going by because you don't want to upset the system. Haha. Oh, we're doing the DLC. This doesn't end the game just yet.
And the lords
see?
go without thrones.
These are the cinders of the dead, lords of Cinder. We've killed them and brought their ashes back. Now they catch flame and allow us access.
Surrender your fires.
Ringed City in Ariandel.
To the true heir.
Bailey Walker with the $1 for both my midterm and final for my intro to sociology class. I've written about international proletariat revolution and now how the US revolution was bourgeois and how the US is interested in spreading neoliberalism. I've never had more fun in a class. Fuck yeah, comrade. Give him that good ass content. Hit him with that quality, that primo, primetime, MTV shit. We're not doing the Age of Man ending. I just wanted to fight the goddamn bosses, not run around in circles so we could get the most lore fun ending. Sake Tanuki with the $5. So there's no way to properly lock up Curious George and the weapons of mass destruction or the drone bomber in chief. Feels atrocious, man. Hey, not unless Bernie becomes president, okay? Dude, if Bernie won and then turned around and prosecuted all living presidents, are there any presidents that haven't committed war crimes in the past century? Nah, even, what's his name? The one everyone likes. Carter, yeah, even Carter. Even Carter has done it. Even Carter's committed war crimes. I forget what he did exactly, but I remember reading about it. How is the Age of Man ending possible with the Sky Dark Sign thing? In the Age of Man ending, you usurp the Age of Dark. It's hard to explain. It's also left a little bit ambiguous. Carter funded genocides in Guatemala. There we go, yeah. Guys, look at this. One of the most beautiful fucking visuals. Oh, yeah. What sectors or businesses do you think receive too many subsidies? Wait, which don't? I don't know how to answer that question. But folks, see up this hill? Up the top of this mountain? Lies the soul of Cinder. The amalgam of all those who are ever strong enough to link the first flame. But time's kind of fucking warbly over here. See all this? This castle's fucking sideways. Could just be nostalgia, Cyberwitch Lexi. But don't worry, we'll be back here. Oh, Pig Puncher, we're not doing this just yet. We're doing the DLC before we end it all with this boss. Or maybe not. Maybe no. I take it back. I should do the Soul of Cinder now. Yeah, the boss fight doesn't end it. Shut up. Alright, folks. Let's... Yeah, we'll turn up the music. Just a little. That's fine. Was Hitler jingoistic? Yeah, yes? Oh, yeah. Hello, Rimval. Koi! You gonna switch soon? Not that I want you to. Yep. The Soul of Cinder is an amalgam of everyone who was ever strong enough to link the first flame, which essentially means us. All of the previous chosen undead, all the previous ashen ones. And for that reason, the first phase of this fight, he switches between a bunch of different player builds. Pyromancies with a curved sword, a sorcerer's build. Hey, you can't cast 2 spells at once. Oh right, I forgot. He doesn't have to cast to bring those orbs around and back, they just happen. Curve sword. The most dangerous by far in my experience is his fucking lance build. He does like a lance holy build. Oh shit. Wait, is that poison or toxic? That's poison. No, I put the fucking poison back. Run. And when you get him down to his second health bar... Fuck! He takes the form of the first person to link the first flame, Gwyn, the King of the Gods. And he uses the exact same attacks he did in the end of the first game. Which is pretty fucking sick. Shares a moveset with his son there. Up, 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 up. Nope. Fuck. Gwyn was actually a pretty easy fight in the first game if you knew how to parry, because basically all of his attacks were parryable. But I never bothered to learn the parry timings for his attacks, so I can try. Can't parry a grab. I want to parry you. And not die in the process. I could kill him here, but... Wait, if you try to parry this dude, he counter parries and insta-kills you? Oh, wait, never mind then. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, well, in Dark Souls 1... In Dark Souls 1, you sure can parry him. That is not a bonfire we want to use right now. See this, guys? Remember when I talked about the first flame that keeps this entire world alive, that keeps the sun lit, that keeps the earth turning, that keeps the entire age as it is? This is it. This tiny little bonfire. I have not seen any Jim Sterling video ever, actually. Lolotov Cocktail. Did you see we have a national anarchist in chat? Why ever would we have such a thing? Can you smother the little bonfire? You can let it run out. We'll be back for that. Is that a Nazgul? I feel like there are about 87 different ideological tendencies that all basically mean Nazgul.